Hello, welcome to Never a Foul. It's another day. It's the Premier League, the day that probably Man City will win the title, not because they're going to win against Chelsea. I think because Arsenal are not going to win against the Forest. I think that's what's going to happen first. But Daps is here with us. Cass is here. Mons, of course, will be joining, but he's late as
It's
usual,
not like Mons.
I can't lie, Mo. I had to pin this one on you, mate. You bottled it like Arsenal.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Oh, Shaggy. All right, Shaggy.
You gave up 11 minutes like Arsenal gave up 11 points.
Sorry, what are we talking about here? What's he giving up on?
I don't know, man. It was just late.
No, he's saying that I was late. I was here like
You
2-3
messaged him,
minutes
but you
late.
also messaged. I did tell him this. He goes, "Where?" I could hear him moaning as I was getting out of the shower because I got in the shower around the time that you said.
I didn't do
and
it.
I got
was
5
too
minutes.
busy listening to your daughter saying, "Here I am. Here I am. How do you
How
do?"
do you do? Yeah.
I was in a show and it kept dragging, and I'm like, okay, I gotta go now. So I'm like,
What show was it? What show was it?
It was with Jarvis. You know, Jarvis, our normal.
Cocker?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I swear.
Yeah. Jarvis last week.
Jarvis
I can't lie.
Cocker, we want to live like common people.
Yeah.
Whatever common people.
And his it's a Man United channel, I think, or not.
Jarvis
Dude, they were doing team of the season, and on the left-hand side they put Luke Shaw, and I'm like, are you serious? Luke Shaw from the top four, and I'm like,
come on, Akanji's had a better season. And I'm not even mentioning Ake, but Akanji's had a better season there.
I think Colleen said, see, even if we're going to put anyone, it's like Akanji's better than him. And they like, it was between Zinchenko.
Wait. Why are you saying Luke Shaw's name like he's had a bad season?
He hasn't had a greatest season.
Oh, he's had a great season, if we're being honest. He's been playing centre-back as well. I can't actually think of any much games other than...
All right, Cass, simple question.
Yeah.
Would you put Luke Shaw in over...
No, actually, it's my team in the season left back. But
let me tell you something. If I'm gonna put a back four,
the way Mo's saying it, bruv, it's like, oh, Luke Shaw.
No, I think from the top four.
There's no need for doing the accent, is there? That's just petty.
No, it's not. I like doing it. You do Mo's accent.
I don't ever do Mo's accent.
Oh
what
my
are you talking
God.
about?
You do it all the time. Mo, he does your accent all the time.
No,
he does.
No.
Guys, we're live.
Hey guys.
Let me stick my hair back a little bit and make it black quick.
I remember when I first met Mo, I thought Mo had a ponytail. That's how bad my eyes are.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Can you imagine him with a ponytail? You used to have a ponytail.
Yes, I can imagine him. I used to have a top
So
knot,
I have another question for you. Between
12
Gabriel,
inches. Oh, sorry.
Between Gabriel, Sven Botman, Lisandro Martinez, and maybe Ruben Diaz as a left centre back, who would you choose?
Sven Botman.
Sven Botman, right?
I'm not mad at Sven.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at Botman.
I
I put
thought
Botman in my DR team of the year. I put Botman in mine. Yeah.
I thought so too, but then people started talking about Lisandro. And I was like, Lisandro has had a good season, but not like Botman.
But to be fair, Lisandro has been injured, so I can't put him there. Gabriel fell off. Ruben Diaz came about, and I can't lie. For me, if you want to do stats, there's this marker on the heat map here. They put dots of like who does 1v1 duels is one side, and progressive passing as well. I'm not joking. In the very, very corner by himself is Ruben Diaz.
Yeah, Ruben Diaz. Do you know what? But the maddest thing is that you said about passing, because for me, Ruben Diaz is, but Ruben Diaz is he's that one player in Man City's team, apart from Haaland, actually, to be fair. Ruben Diaz, his job is not to be good at passing. Like, they got stones for that.
No joke.
If I'm choosing team of the season, I'm putting Ruben Diaz next to Sven Botman, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I have to
over
as well.
Saliba.
You can't be in. I don't want to disrespect Arsenal's defense, but they have conceded goals, and I think Saliba, because he got injured, he could have been in there. Gabriel, because obviously the fall off and is what it is, and I can't put a Man United defending player in there because we've held 7 in one game, held 6 in another, held 4 in another. and all that kind of stuff. So if I'm thinking of it along those lines, I know there's another 2, but Ake, Diaz, Botman.
I wouldn't put Ake in a back 4 in the left.
I'm putting Trippier right back. I think that's 2 Newcastle, 2 City. Done for me personally.
I wouldn't put Ake as a left back in a back 4. I would choose either from the top 4 teams.
Who's your left back then? It's Stupinan.
Zinchenko. No, in the top 4 teams only.
Zinchenko.
Include anybody outside of the top 4. It's Zinchenko for me or Dan Burn. Why are you laughing? I'm not getting this.
Hey, man said Dan Burn.
Guys, Dan Burn.
What he just said? He just said Dan Burn. He's having a meltdown.
Really?
You
think it's that bad?
No,
you think it's that bad?
No, bro, don't. Mo, please. You got too much notes today. Don't do that. Don't do that. Man said Dan Burn. He's been good.
Wallahi, from the top 4, he's good, man.
No, not team of the season good, but I can't, that threw me off.
So hold on, not team of the season. There are many left backs that are better than him.
Why Dan Burn?
From the top 4, it's between Luke Shaw, which gets a shout. They don't have a left back, Man City, because they play 3 in the back. So I wouldn't choose anybody.
Thanks. Can I just say, mine was, but he can hear me because he's only in the room next door. So,
no, Daps, before you talk, let me explain my point.
No, I don't. No, Mo. The reason why I don't want you to explain your point is because, whereas everyone's doing their teams of the season, what we're going to do at Never a Foul is be clever with it, as in sensible, not clever, and we're going to do our team of the season at the end of the damn season.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. But no, I can't lie though. When he said,
my problem.
Go on, get your point across. You want to say it now?
Man City don't have right and left back, so I would actually go with the back 3. I would go. I would go with the back 3. I would go with Ben Botman probably, Ruben Diaz, and somebody else in the back 3.
Do you know what? That's a good point, because when it comes to teams of the year, everyone just goes 4-4-2 or 4-3-3. It should be,
but the winner plays back 3.
But ultimately, what it should be is like, if you're picking your team of the season, you should actually be going, do you know what? Yeah, the best formation to play currently is this formation, so we're going to play this formation, right? And also, it's mad because the team that you pick should be based on all the personnel. And if like sometimes when you see team of the season and both the centre backs are like right-footed or something, it's like that ain't going to work. Do you know what I mean? It should. If you're picking team of the season, it should be a team that actually can work together, not a team.
Can I ask you? Okay. Before I know we're gonna move on, but before we're waiting for months anyway. Cass, if you're
we'll be waiting until Sunday if we wait for months.
Inverted fullback of the season. Let's say we're gonna play Pep's system and Arteta system. 4 turns into 3.
I know what you're trying to do.
John Stones or Zinchenko? No. John Stones or Zinchenko for you as a fullback. So you're gonna have a back 4. One of the fullbacks is gonna invert. Would you choose John Stones?
I'm not having to invert anywhere near my team in the season, mate.
It's a bit Mo. What I'd say on this though is, do you know what? And as a City fan, it is a hard one because listen, John Stones back end of the season has been pivotal as usual for City, but I have to be completely real with it and say John Stones wasn't playing much until. Correct me if I'm wrong, but. He kept getting injuries and he kept John Stones didn't really come in till mid-February.
Yeah, you're right.
From then he's been clutch. Yeah. And I'll just say one on Martinez. For me, right, Lisandro Martinez has had a really promising first season, right? That's where I put it. I'm not saying as a footballer, I don't think he's good. I think he's shown some qualities and long-term, but I think his season's been overrated. I think he's had a good first season, very promising, and shows that he could be a great at Man United, But I do think this season, if we're being real with it, there's certain games where you've got to go, he was poor in that game. He had some standout games, and it's the same on everyone. But I don't think he's been consistent enough to come anywhere near Team of the Year for me.
I would.
Maybe you're a United fan, bro. Of course you would.
No, but I just watch him. And
you still call him the Butcher.
Yeah, but he's just.
We call him Pat.
That's fine, but I just think he's wicked, bro. And he's had to beat allegations being 5'9" as well.
And that's still fun. It's still funny when people say that now because it's so irrelevant now. But
yeah, exactly.
But I know, and I'm not slandering him because I'm saying he's shown qualities. But if you're being real, Ruben Diaz's first season in the Premier League. Now that is the first fucking season in the Premier League. Yeah, Martinez in some games, I just think for me he's very promising. I think as Ten Hag's system evolves as well, Martinez will evolve with that system. He'll be perfect for that system, But I just think people are getting a little bit carried away. I think Botman's had a lot better season than Martinez for me. A lot better.
What about Gabriel? Did he have a better season than Martinez?
I mean, Gabriel Saliba's a conversation as well, isn't it? Because you know what? Before Saliba got injured, a lot of people were saying that. Well, some people were saying Saliba, but then a lot of Arsenal fans started coming through and going, no. You know what? Actually, Gabriel's been better than Saliba this season, but Saliba's injury has kind of exposed Gabriel in it. That it's like, no. Saliba is the elite one of the two, and he maybe makes Gabriel look better, I think.
Well, Gabriel was doing 6. Saliba's as well overall, anyways. But
anyway,
man,
talking about fixtures,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Forget team of the season.
We will do, but people.
Before we do about that, I really wanted to talk about something since we have the managers on the thumbnail.
So, what? Just quickly on the team of the season, can we agree now as us three and Ty, I'll speak on behalf of Ty for now.
Yeah.
That we don't do team of the season or player of the season or young player of the season or manager of the season. We don't do any of them shows until after every
Champions League final,
whole thing done. Then we can really break it down. Yeah, because we all talk about how we think that other people are doing it way too early, but then we want to do it way too early. So let's just wait till the last kick of the ball, and then we can really look at it. We'll get some stats involved, and we'll really deep dive.
But you saw today the nomination for player of the season, right?
No, I haven't. To be fair, I've been.
No, they had Marcus Rashford in it.
I get it.
English bias.
Bro, like here's the thing. The other week on DR, we had to do our team of the season. Yes, Mons, what you're saying, bro? Happy Friday. Nice to have you here with us. Have you had a good day?
Mons, have you seen they snubbed Mo Salah and put Marcus Rashford inside
Hold on, Mo. We're going to stop doing this, yeah? We're going to stop instantly jumping on people with football talk. Mons has just arrived. Mons, how's your day been?
My day's been alright, man. I've been a bit tired, but
Okay, well, my day's just got better. My day's just got better by seeing your face, young man. So
appreciate that, my brother. Good to see you, Daps. Good to see you.
And by the way, people, do you know what Cass did earlier on the stream? And he told me earlier. Go on, Cass, tell him.
Yeah, we're gonna move on. Shut up.
Shut up. He hates people seeing his nice side. Anyway, we will move on. But on that one, when it got to the front three, we were debating. Obviously, I was trying to push Grealish. I think Grealish had a great season and all of this. And then someone said to me, I think they said Haaland, Saka, Rashford, right, as a front three. And then they said, and they actually got the goals up and all of that and the contributions, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I get the Rashford thing, bro. I know he's dropped off a bit because of injuries, but at one point, if there is, I know United's fan base, there's a lot of them, but if at one point Rashford's being spoke about as being like world class and whatever, I know maybe it was a bit of an overhype, but even if those conversations are happening, he has had a good season, Mo. Rashford has had a very good season.
Oh, no, absolutely, 100%. I'll put him before Grealish.
I wouldn't, but bias.
Yeah, don't dare.
Mons is ready to bring in Salah.
But that was not my point. My point was, why not? If you're gonna put Rashford why not Mo Salah?
Yeah,
isn't in the conversation.
Do you know what we're doing here, though? It's so
is it numbers or performance?
But so far, what we've shown on this show, and Mons, I'm sure, will do it at some point, is Cass has done the Luke Shaw and the Martinez props, and I've then come in with the Grealish props, right? And now, Mo, where are you from?
Egypt.
Thank you. There we go. So we're all being a little bit biased, innit? Like, I do get the Salah thing, but I guess with Salah,
but I'm not biased, Daps. That's
But
he has 29 GAA.
No, but here's the realness of
in
it.
A terrible Liverpool team, and then we're not talking about Mo Salah.
Here's where I agree with you, but where my thing, as a City fan, right, that Mo Salah, the reason why some people will say no on Mo Salah, but then you'll argue the stats is the same with people will put De Bruyne in team of the season, because of his assists. But up until March, I've been on stream saying I think this until March had been one of De Bruyne's worst seasons, because when you are Mo Salah and Kevin De Bruyne, your standards are so high that I can even, there's been games where De Bruyne's got man of the match and he's actually gone, I don't get why I got man of the match, because these men even judge themselves. I can imagine Salah and De Bruyne might look at the team of the year and go, I don't think I've been that good this season. But
they put Harry Kane and they didn't put Mo Salah. So can someone explain to me why Harry Kane, not Mo Salah?
Can I end this? Where does Mo Salah play?
Right wing.
Liverpool.
All right, position-wise then. Where does Rashford play?
Left wing.
So I'm not going to put a right wing on the left. I'm not going to put a left wing in that place.
No. You're not. No. I thought, dude, I'm talking about player of the season, not team of the season. You missed my point.
As a player of the season, what are you on about player of the season? I thought you were talking about team.
Dude, they had the nominations today for player of the season.
We moved on. You were just busy on your phone.
You were busy. No, of course I'm not going to put a right winger on the left.
Stop showing off in front of your friends, Cass.
I mean,
anyway, can we talk about? Let's start with the games yesterday. People hit that like button for us. Let's get to 100 likes.
No, Mons, go on. Chime in, Mons. Chime in.
Go ahead.
I think with the Mo Salah thing, I think you're both right. We're both right. Statistically, you can't argue. You just can't argue. But if you do look at Salah's performances throughout the season, if you're honest with yourself, we can't sit here and say that Mo Salah's lit up the Premier League this season with his performances. I think the agenda that he's been crap most of the season for his performances, I think that is, you're going way too far. Mo Salah is not Lionel Messi. Mo Salah does not need to beat two players and use the outside of his boot to create a goal.
Never done that. That's never been what it's about.
Actually, he has done that before, though.
That's not what he's about. He's done it, but that's not what you define him as.
Yeah, like you've seen him. That's when he's in form. When he's in form, you'll see him take on 3-4 man and then shoot and score. But that's not, like as Daps said, that's not his trademark. Nowhere near it. But I think it just depends what you value as a football fan. Do you value
trophies?
Do you value trophies? Do you value cutting edge? Do you value being clutch? Or do you value like that,
consistency,
bringing more, consistency and performances? And I just think that's what it is. I think if you're more of a stats guy, you're probably going to lean towards Mo Salah. If you're more of a performance guy, you're going to lean towards Bukayo Saka and Jack Grealish. I
love when we get context. I love when we get context months. He shows up every now and again. Every now and again, he comes on with
you get one in seven.
Harry Kane. Why is Harry Kane in it and Mo Salah not?
Bro, it doesn't matter, bro. Haaland's winning the thing anyways. It's done.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen Cass? Did that creams put you in a bad mood or something?
Bro, I want to sleep. I'm tired.
The Harry Kane
thing too much, my man.
Why are we talking about this crap?
Because it's not. It's still relevant. I think with the Harry Kane thing. I think you got to remember with the Harry Kane thing, they'll look at it and go, look how crap Tottenham are and look what Harry Kane's doing.
Yeah.
With Liverpool don't get the same excuses that Tottenham get. Even if Liverpool have been worse than Tottenham for the majority of the season, Harry Kane's still going to get the Tottenham a crap. Mo Salah ain't going to get the Liverpool a crap. So he's playing well. He doesn't get that.
That's a good point.
Because Salah's delivered trophies and Kane hasn't, Salah gets holding a higher pedestal. It's just that simple. Like no one looks at when City have injuries, no one cares because they look at them in a higher regard. No one cares. So, and it's the same thing with Mo Salah and Harry Kane, in my opinion. So
I think you're not wrong. I like this months when months comes through and there'll still be people giving you shit in the comments probably, but it is.
No, always, man. It is what it is, isn't it? That's me being, as I said, 1 in 7 shows you'll get this me. Next week, next show, next Chronicles, you're probably gonna see me cussing Arsenal again. But it is what it is.
And I like this. Months with a brain. I like it.
Oh really?
Cass has arrived. Hi, Cass. Smiling now.
Okay, has anybody seen the game yesterday? What do you guys make up
which one?
out of the game?
Which one?
Yeah, which one?
Brighton.
That was even the
Yeah,
best
but
game.
that playoff game was just
Mad.
Do you know what?
You guys, I know in England, you guys were watching League One. I was watching the Europa League.
I hear you. No, we actually watch. But the mad thing is, yeah, Mo, I don't know if you know this, but in England, like the most exciting games, without fail, every season. Yeah, to be fair, City's last game of the season is pretty damn exciting usually, but the playoffs, man, are just different gravy. Yeah. Bro, there was a guy. Who was it that Sheffield? Was it Sheffield Wednesday? Were losing. Wednesday. They were losing, innit? First leg, they were 4-0 down. And there was a guy on TalkSport earlier who basically, after the first leg, I think Sheffield Wednesday had said they would, basically, he had a ticket for the second leg at home, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he handed it back and said, I want my money back. No, he got his money back and said, I'm not going. And then...
But did you see the guy that shredded his ticket in front of his girlfriend? He's like, I'm not going.
That's what I'm talking about, I think, isn't it?
Oh no, this one handed it back and got his money back. I think a lot of them were doing that. God. And then he said, when it was 4-3, he was thinking, should I jump in my car and just drive to the ground and try and find a way in? Mad, man. But the playoffs are just, that's what they're about, man. Playoffs.
Yeah, they're always fun. Yeah, I watched the championship playoffs, to be honest, not the League One. That's League One.
One of my best, most exciting games I've been to was, I can't remember what year it was. It probably would have been about, I reckon, 97, 98. A few of my mates, this is when I still lived up in Manchester, and a few of my mates were Bolton Wanderers fans, and Bolton played Reading in the playoff final. Reading went 2-0 up in the first half. Bolton brought it back to 2-2, went to extra time, went up to 4-2. Then Reading brought it back to 4-3. And if you imagine, the reason it's so exciting is that's your whole season, right? Your whole season. You could finish third on 90 points, seventh could finish on 70 60 points. Yeah, and they could end up going, sorry, mate, but we're...
you don't remember just having to Port Vale? Like, I mean, no, Notts County, they finished on like the season like 107, 108 points. And they still had to do a playoff. Wow. Luckily, they won it and they got the guy in...
Yeah, that's because coming up, I think that's from non-league to Division 3.
Yeah,
they only promote 2 people.
Imagine being that many points and still have to go through playoffs.
Well, imagine having 97 points and still not winning the league.
Yeah, imagine. Who did that? That's crazy. Who did that?
Imagine being
debatable. The best ever bridesmaids. Debatable. The best ever bridesmaids. Debatable.
I don't know who did that. 97 points. Didn't I win the Champions League that year?
Yeah, you did.
Oh yeah.
A tournament you're not going to be in next season, young man.
So who do you guys want to go to the Premier League?
I've got enough of them, innit?
So Burnley are up. I think Sheffield United.
No. From Coventry and Luton, who would you guys prefer to be in the Premier League?
For me, for me personally, bro, it has to be Luton because like Luton on the train for me is 20 minutes. Yeah, It's mad because do you know what Luton? So you know, Mo, Luton and Watford are derby rivals. Yeah. And
that's the northeast of London, right?
I say outside of London, but yeah, some will say London. Luton Airport is seen as London, but Luton ain't in London, bro. But yeah, basically. But Watford have been in the Premier League recently, yeah? Luton were dropped. I don't know how far they dropped down, but I'm pretty certain Luton were touching on
to League 2 or
something.
No, they went further than League One. I'm sure they went further than League One. Now, Mo, if you see, after this show, go on Google, or if you can on the other screen, Google Luton Stadium, yeah?
Do you know what this? You know what it's similar to?
It's similar.
It's similar to. I think it was Southampton when they got dropped to League 2 years ago, and then they somehow.
City as well, but not as bad. But Mo, when you see Luton Stadium, yeah, they need the Premier League so badly because their stadium is shocking. Like I can't describe to you how bad it is. Yeah. But it's also the good thing with Luton is last season they were close. Last season they were touching like that. I don't know if they either just missed the playoffs or they made the playoffs and didn't make it through. So, but yeah, for me, because it means there's going to be, I mean, it's easy for the City when City play there, but it's local Premier League football for me, isn't it?
Season
if
tickets?
I don't want to travel, no, bro, I can't get a season ticket there. Must be mad cheap, but I can't because City.
Last season they made playoffs and they went out, innit?
Yeah, there we go. But I can imagine a season ticket there must be mad cheap, you know, because when you see their ground, bro, you can't be charging much for that.
Yeah, I wanted Millwall in the playoffs. My dad.
I felt like if Burnley, Sheffield United, and Middlesbrough got it, yeah, I felt they were the three that deserved it, because I think Middlesbrough under Carrick with a bit of backing, they could come up and stay up. Yeah, I think Burnley the same, Sheffield United the same. The thing with Luton is, I'm sorry, bro, I can't see Luton staying up. I can't see it.
So why don't you guys is that something that you guys would do? Would go to the game, the playoffs final at Wembley?
If I got offered a ticket, I'd take that all day long, bro.
Yeah, is it not available? Do you think it gets sold out?
Yeah, bro. Respectfully, I've got Chelsea on Sunday. I've got Brentford the week after. I've got Wembley. I've got Istanbul. I've got no more money in the tank for anything else. Anything else, bro. Istanbul is costing an arm and a leg, and I haven't even got my ticket yet. And
do you know if you're planning invading the pitch again, like last year?
Bro, are we planning it? Hell yeah, we're planning it.
You are?
Oh, hell yeah, bro. Mo. So here's one. I bought a ticket, yeah, for £100 a week ago, right?
Okay.
It was in the family stand, lower tier, right?
Yep.
And I was trying to plot how I can get from the family stand to the south stand. It's techie, but I think you can do it, right? But then Budweiser, Hold Tight Bud Football, hollered me and said, yeah, we'll give you 2 tickets if you just tag us in content that you do while you're there. So I'm like, yeah, no problem. So I took them. They put me in the 3rd tier, but where they are, I know a route. So I can get round, down, over I can get to the south stand from there. So, and I gave the other ticket to a City fan that has missed out, a City fan that goes very regularly. And also her uncle is like the highest point guy at City, Hold Tight Nigel, right? And she didn't get tickets to Real Madrid or to the Chelsea game because at the moment, City's ticketing allocation's getting a bit techie. There's, the corporate things and whatever. So I gave her one. I just said, you know what, you can take that ticket. I put my ticket on Twitter.
Yeah, a lot of fans becoming City fans now.
I put my ticket on Twitter, and 20 seconds later, my phone rang from someone that I know, said, oh, can I have it? I was like, no problem. Yeah. Oh. I got off the phone. I had 30 direct messages within a minute of people after the ticket. So, and everyone, the reason is because the ticket I have is lower tier. And if everyone wants a lower tier ticket, you know why that is. Because if you're in the lower tier, you're getting on the. So I might not be here on Monday. I might be in a cell, but we'll see. I think what we're going to do is for everyone else is we're going to test if these new rules about if you invade the pitch, even celebrating, you're going to get a hefty fine. So we're going to test that out for everyone else.
That happened yesterday, by the way.
Your owners can afford it. Who cares? They can afford it.
But our owners can't afford it, but I can't afford to lose my job.
I don't think they're going to risk all of you.
I've got a panda mask that I'm going to be wearing again. So, if it's not me on the pitch, but yeah, look, we are seeing it.
He didn't admit anything. He didn't say anything on this stream.
Do you know the funny thing is, yeah, I do think we'll beat Chelsea, but we'll probably do it in typical City fashion. And although we don't have to beat Chelsea, yeah, we'll probably go and do something stupid like go 2-0 down and then score 3 goals in the last 10 minutes.
What's scoring 2 goals?
Yeah, true. Chelsea ain't scoring 2 goals. Yeah, you're right, actually.
Okay. So people are, you guys are bored. That's what I'm hearing and seeing in the comments. So, okay.
What they want to talk is, what do they want us to talk about then?
What do you guys want us to talk about?
Who do they support? Actually, hold on. The people that are saying they're bored, who do they support?
Someone is a Chelsea fan. I see that.
They should be bored. I'd be bored if I was a Chelsea fan.
Liverpool.
Yeah, their football's hot, like watching that week in, week out. Even when they were
Liverpool fans been bored. Liverpool fans are bored because for once, like, it's frustrating.
We always have something.
No, you have got something to play for, but it's frustrating. You have, bro. And do you know what I said the other day? I feel like with Liverpool, yeah, what they've done is they should have started. When you get within that last 100 meters, yeah, and it's time now's the time to put the burners on. It's like Liverpool did it one game too late. Because I think Liverpool win all their games, but I just think now looking at Man United, I mean, let's be real. If Man United and Newcastle do not get top 4, Man United or Newcastle have bottled it.
Well,
but Newcastle are done.
I was going to talk about Newcastle.
But Newcastle are done, yeah.
A lot of people want them to bottle it yesterday. I know I was definitely one of them, but I didn't think Newcastle. I wanted them to, but in the other side, I was telling Ty, I need him to win anyways. I need both of us to win this weekend so we can shut this thing out once for all. Be done with it. Because if Liverpool do draw, I don't want them making top 4. I want them to suffer in Europa League, man. Like Thursday nights.
But then that makes them maybe a bit more of a threat because I don't think they'll. I don't know. Actually,
I told Ken
Months,
Klopp
will Klopp go for it because it's another European trophy? Do you reckon?
If we get to the last 8, Klopp will go for it.
Yeah.
Anything up until the round of 30, like in case anything up until the round of 32, if we have to play in that or round of 16, Klopp ain't do. He's gonna treat it like how he's treated.
Who
the other.
did you win? You won. Who did you win the Europa League?
No.
In 2000, yeah.
No. Hold on. You got to the final or something of the Europa League.
Under Klopp. Yeah, we lost to Sevilla 3-1. With Sturridge. Remember Sturridge scored the goal.
That. And I remember I worked with a Liverpool fan at the time, and he was like, I was asking about it. He was going, like, do you care? And he goes, we don't care about it. But once you get to the semi-final, you're dumb if you don't care about it. Because then it's like, we got there. Now we've put in all that work. We might as well go through. Yeah.
And of course, obviously, it's a free ticket to the champs. It's another trophy under your belt. It's not something that you'll parade like it's a major, but it's something that you could at least add to your accolades.
Yeah, well, everyone talks about Mourinho, the fact that Mourinho's done like all the European trophies. So to Klopp would be like, well, there's another one that I didn't have. And probably the fact that he lost it before, he'll be like, I want to get it this time.
Liverpool have to win. They'll be favourites.
You definitely want to try winning, but I think
you will be as favourites as the Man United were favourites this year as well.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for how Mo is getting so shameless with his eagerness to just drop bombs on everyone. There was no need for that at all. I love it.
Because Gas had to come in and tell them you're gonna be favourites. I'm like, can you just stop talking?
Actually, no, we weren't. Actually, Barcelona were when Barcelona got drawn. So them and United got favourites.
But with you got to remember with United though, and they've always done this under Mourinho, under Ten Hag, and some people will think of this as a positive. Some people think of this as shameless. United were slapping out their first team in Europa League group stages, that's not even a Ten Hag thing. Like they've been doing that.
I get it though, bro. I get it. I even more get it with Ten Hag. And I was going to say this just quickly with Liverpool, that if you do go and buy a few players in the summer, like one of the things that I've always said about City is that I wish we'd maybe put a little bit more effort into the Europa League, because I always say that tastes of blood, right? And if you've got a new squad, so with Ten Hag, this is a new group of players. This group of players at Man United haven't really won much. Well, they have now. They've won the FA Cup, but they haven't done much. So the more trophies they get, the more they get the taste of blood. So I kind of get why Ten Hag might be like, no, we want to win this because we want to become a winning squad. That by any means, we don't just want to pick and choose what we win. We want to win. So I do get that. And I think with Liverpool, if you buy a few players, Klopp might look at it and go, for these players that haven't won a Champions League yet, let's get them a European medal so that straight away they know, I like this European thing.
Well, back to the Newcastle thing. Was anyone surprised that Brighton got smashed 4-1?
They didn't get smashed, but
they got smashed. I know they got done at the end, but no, they got no. You know what? They got hounded from literally minute 1.
Because De Zerbi wanted to pull out, he dropped players, and then when he actually slapped his toolies on, they looked better than Newcastle. But the only thing is just that it was too little, too late. Too little, too late.
Not even that. Do you think De Zerbi also got humbled? I needed this. I think. Look, I was saying got
humbled. Oh, hold on, humbled. He got humbled the other week.
By who?
Everton.
No, not that. But then he came up with saying like, "Oh, we're going to show you who the real Brighton is."
I just think, bro. I said it when you played them in the FA Cup. When you played them in the FA Cup, I said they looked tired, right? When you played them in the league and they beat you with a last-minute penalty, I said they still look a bit tired. And I honestly think that Brighton just look a little bit tired now. They don't quite look the same.
But they didn't look tired at the Emirates. They looked like they won it.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. I know he didn't play three of his main starters and whatnot, and I don't think it would have mattered. I think
Cass, here's the thing.
Slap them all around the face.
If it gets to a point where you're tired in your season, right, you're generally tired. And if you look at Brighton's form over recent weeks, it's hot and cold. It's all of a sudden. It's gone. If you look at their results, they're hot and cold like this. When you're tired, you can go, guys, you can motivate them, they can go. But then they go back to being tired. So then the next game, there's a drop off. Then you can motivate them again to go again. But then they're ultimately They're tired.
Would you say that's what's happened with Newcastle then of recent? Like one game they look tired, let's say like Villa, then the next game they look energized, then the next game don't look as great again, but then the next game like
mental fatigue as well.
Do you reckon that's what it was of Newcastle?
Actually,
they look really. I can't, bro. They were really good. They were really good.
I actually have a little bit of a different opinion. I think that Zerbi is trying to play the same exact system with every player, like what Pep Guardiola did with Man City.
But you said that's what's good about the team. It don't matter what system.
Yeah, but let me finish.
Not the business end of the season.
In the first season, Pep Guardiola in the first season said, it doesn't matter how many mistakes my players do. I'm going to keep trying the same exact thing because I'm convinced it's the right way to play football. The Zerbi wants to do the same. The problem is yesterday, Eddie Howe did not allow them to get out of their area. Every time they tried to pass the ball, the one that touched the ball the most is the goalkeeper of Brighton in the first half. Okay?
Yeah.
Because they couldn't get out. But Newcastle created 11 chances in the first half without having the ball. Without the ball position was 40 to 60, but they created chances because they picked their pockets all the time. They actually imposed their pressure from the first minute. Joao Linton was running his ass off from the first minute. And
is he injured, by the way? I think he might be. I think he carried it in the end.
So you don't like that when you don't like the coach that tries to play the same system no matter what.
No. It's I think we're probably on the same page here.
No, we're probably not used to
Liverpool. But at the business end of the season, when you need results and Brighton are chasing. Remember, Brighton still have things to play for. Their first ever European finish.
Europa League,
You know, that is massive for Brighton. And I think in that sense, to be as naive, to go to one of the hardest teams to beat this season in Newcastle, under the lights at St. James's and still try to play the same way, you're insane.
Yeah. Do you know what I think?
You're telling me that Pep is naive as well. The first season of Man City.
Whoa. First season. First season. Whoa. I'll tell you now. First season, Pep was naive. I was about to say that for me, the one thing that I'm seeing with Pep is, and I keep speaking on how the one thing I'm really seeing this season is Pep is evolving every season. Like I think last season or the season before, he seemed to learn. This COVID season, when we played at Anfield without fans, I think Pep clocked, that was easier, right? So the next season, he knew nullify the crowd, right? You have to respect. It's sometimes, although football, and even this season, Mo, we've spoke about it, that with Pep sometimes, no, we're talking about Pep. So now I'm talking about Pep, not Man City, young man. Right. So, but what he's done this season is, and you've even said it, he's all of a sudden giving up possession in some games because it's like sometimes, and to win the champion, the key for me is the Champions League. I think Pep has realised with the Champions League, you do have to change the way you play for certain teams. Yeah, you do. And I think it's the same with going to St. James's Park, man. You have to change the way you play for certain teams.
After you impose your way of playing football. So Pep did this. After he taught everybody at Man City to play the way he wants to play football. I think that Zerbi yesterday played.
I think it's naive, bro.
He's naive a little bit, of course. This guy is garbage.
So I don't like this. Unless you got your super team built, like your actual team. That's why Liverpool could play the way they wanted to, because everyone had to respect it, because they're going to be the dominant team. City as well. But when you're a team like Brighton and everything like that, Man United, Newcastle, bro, Man United played some serious football at Old Trafford this season as well, But you can't go to Liverpool. To Man City. Liverpool, he tried to play the way, in a way, tried to change up, but it didn't work, got slapped up. Sometimes you're gonna have to change the way you play, mate. You're gonna have to play counter. You're gonna have to concede that you're not gonna be the team that's in control. And if you're a team that's used to control, you're gonna have to be like, you know what, my team can't do it. And
remember, I support Italian teams, so I am from that.
That's why Arteta got over his head and thought he was so sick to the point he thought he can come to Old Trafford and play the way you want to play and not get counted. We've always been
with you. I support Italian teams, so I am with you. I am with you. The coaches that adapt. I like the Ancelotti way. However, in the Premier League, somehow your system, if you don't impose it, you don't win. In the Premier League.
No, it's courageous.
That's the thing about it.
It's courageous.
It's naive a little bit, but I actually doubt that he's gonna stay. with the squad he has, I doubt
Spalletti's leaving, innit? Away from no, not Spalletti.
Yeah, he's leaving. Yeah, Spalletti's leaving Napoli. He disagreed with De Laurentiis.
Conte's not going to go there. 100% not. I'm telling you now, De Zerbi, they're going to be on to De Zerbi. They've been playing good football for years. No, I watched De Zerbi's going to end up going to Napoli, I reckon, or AC Milan, because AC Milan coach is leaving. AC Milan.
There is a talk. Someone mentioned Real Madrid.
Can we just stay on track for that game, for what he done with Newcastle against Newcastle? Though? I don't know. I just don't think that warrants praise to play the same way and then get spanked, because it's simply if you look at the fact that because he dropped McAllister wasn't playing and Caicedo wasn't in the midfield. Now the second McAllister came on and Caicedo went back into the midfield, Newcastle were 10 times better. They started cutting through. Newcastle, and again they looked the better team. Of course, the end product was a bit iffy, but building up play and playing up from the back, which they're so good at, which De Zerbi's known for.
They were better because of a 10-15 minute spell.
No, bro.
I'm sorry, Mons. Can you say that? Can you say that Can you say that last part again? Sorry.
It wasn't a 10-15 minute spell, by the way. It was for the majority of the second half. But at the end of the day, Newcastle to go and play the same way against Newcastle with a young centre back whose legs looked gone by the second half. With a young centre back, they couldn't. The ball had to keep going backwards. Lewis Dunk was pulling off some ridiculous blocks. Lewis Dunk saved that game from being 6 and 7
in the first half. Yes, absolutely, 100%. 11 chances in the first half for Newcastle.
Do you know what I'm saying? And that wasn't even from really Newcastle cutting them open. These not just being naive, trying to play out from the back, knowing the personnel that they have to play out from the back, the McAllisters to beat you on the half turn, the Caicedos to retain the ball really well. Caicedo was at right back and McAllister wasn't on the pitch.
Do you think Monty doesn't know how to play different type of football? Do you think he doesn't know how to play different type of football?
No, I just feel like he had it again. It was that naive faith in the players that he fielded that day. Like when you saw he was it Enciso, he come on, he looked really good. You know, no disrespect to the young boy that was playing right mid, but I know when you saw when
I know it or whatever.
Yeah, when I think it was Matoma who switched it, or someone switched it, and he was offside, and he was looking across the line, and it just showed. Yeah.
I mean, me and Daps are saying like, what's he doing?
Yeah, like
you and Ty, you know it was.
Oh, it's Ty. Sorry. Oh yeah, he was on the Steve show. My bad. Yeah, me and Ty was like, what's he doing there? And then there's another incident as well. Like, bro, Matoma looked arse and cheeks, bro. I don't think he beat Trippier once.
He's looked arse and cheeks for a while now. You know, have you looked? He's looked arse and cheeks.
He's knackered. Bro. He's probably knackered, man. He's played in high intensity all season. You can't deny Matoma. But I feel like, as much as saying, yeah, like Caicedo went to into the middle and McAllister came on, like, kind of doing Newcastle a disservice, bro. They've been doing this pretty much all season, man. Whether it's
should we praise Newcastle cast or should we?
Yeah.
Or not? Or should we talk about the other one?
Of course you should. It's just Newcastle, Brighton, we talk about how sick Brighton are, bro. Bro, like, Eddie Howe just done another one over another big club that likes to play against big teams like them, and they just slap them. I do wonder what their top 6 record is at this moment of time in Newcastle. It must be sick. It's better than ours, probably, because we only got home form against top 6. Plus, obviously, Chelsea, if you want to include Chelsea, of course. But, you know, like that Newcastle, bro, they're destroyers, bro. They are destroyers. And it does make you think, when they add the quality in there, let's say they do go get Maddison, maybe they go get another left back or whatever. You just wonder, like, where can Eddie Howe really take the heights of this team? Because they got Leicester on Monday. And I'm sorry, Joe Willock or not. Leicester
are getting bodied. Leicester
are
looking so
they're going to get
man.
slapped up still, yeah.
They're it's
so
true.
sad that Leicester are getting relegated, to be honest.
Are you sad for Harvey Barnes? Do you know what? We actually haven't previewed one game yet. This is mad.
Yeah, do you remember that take? I remember before Rashford.
The mad thing is, I heard someone recently saying it again that when Leicester get relegated, everyone's going to be in for Harvey Barnes. No, they're not.
Oh man, that's
really
I love
Villa. That. Villa levels to his ceiling.
No, I think they're too much for his.
Doesn't Barnes have more goals than like Nunes?
Well, that says a lot. I see what you're doing there, Mons.
No, I just wanted to just sort of put it out, like.
He's definitely better. All right, quick question before we end the Newcastle discussion: Harvey Barnes or Anthony Gordon?
Harvey Barnes.
Yeah, I'm a Barnes fan more. think Anthony Gordon just had a decent.
Do you know what?
I don't know how this guy is celebrating, to be honest.
Well, do
He
you know
has
I
been
can't
absolutely terrible.
You see, Anthony Gordon, yeah, for me personally, I'm never going to get over the fact. I'm never going to be able to get over the fact, yeah, that and I don't know, he's an Everton boy, innit? He came through their academy, and I'm pretty certain he's an Everton boy, right?
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
so.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah.
And the fact that the minute they're in a relegation battle, he's looking for the first ship out. I just think that is.
You know what? I don't blame him. Rooney did it well. They weren't getting relegated.
No, Rooney, even with Derby, yeah, stayed until it was like. I just think that was bad. Do you know what? If your team get relegated and you know your levels are higher, go. But I think that was a bit. I don't know.
Well, I don't. He just.
I'd want to stay. You know what? Jack Grealish got relegated with Villa and brought them back to the Premier League.
But that's the anomaly. You know how rare that is? That's a rare case, though, man.
Well, you lot always talk about what Gerrard did.
No, but you got to think about it. Gordon got a 60 million fee as well, at least.
I hear it, bro. I don't know. For me, I want to stay and fight for my team, not.
I really thought that this guy would make it work at Newcastle.
That's the main road in you. That's the main road in you. There.
Bro, listen. If Mandem in a fight, yeah, and it's looking a bit on top, right?
Oh,
I'm not dipping.
Pause.
No, in a fight and on top. Come on, we can't do pause on that. I think everyone knows what I mean. But if you're in a scrap, yeah, and the other lot are getting the better of your lot, are you going to go, oh, hold on a second, there's a taxi, I'm going to jump in it and leave Mandem? You don't. You stay and back your boys.
Yeah.
Like I just think that's a bit.
I hear it. No, I hear. I'll probably be in the same boat. But he's 22.
Well, you jump in a taxi, yeah? All right.
100%. I'm gone, bro. I'm thinking about my career.
Right, you're definitely. You had better not leave those downstairs windows. Oh, right, Cass. So I'm telling you now. Now you've said that, those downstairs windows, yeah. You'd better shut them because after what you just said about that, no problem. Because Rant said this before that I think he was talking about your chick and whatever, yeah. But Cass, if someone breaks in and I hear them, yeah, I'm leaving you to it, bro.
You can't. But I need my hammer. I'm not joking. Since the age of 13, I've always slept with a hammer next to my bed just in case.
Can you get a gun in your house?
No,
can you get a gun?
No, it's legal.
Bro.
Oh, but you can get a permit if you don't you have a house. You cannot get a gun,
bro. You can't get a permit. You can, but bro, my dad used to have a shotgun. To be fair, he had a permit.
Just get a gun.
No, I will never get a permit.
No, you can't.
They ain't giving me a permit, bro.
You want to know the actual legalities about it? The only way you're allowed to even stab someone to protect yourself if you're in your room. If the burglar was to smash your window in your kitchen or wherever and cut himself, he can sue you.
Anyway, this is mad. We haven't reviewed one.
My buddy has 26. My buddy has 26 types of guns in his house.
Yeah, bro. You live in America where people are shooting up schools every week.
I'm not being funny, but why do you need 26
It's not the same.
A bullet is a bullet. This is how fucked human are over there, and I'm saying you lot because you're a part of America, bro.
Well, they're checking out the size of the burglar and like picking the gun. That one. He looks like he can run. I'm going to need a sniper rifle for that one.
I've lived here for more than 10 years now. I never held a gun in my life.
Friday night is Chew the Fat, actually.
I never held a gun in my life, but it's all.
That's tapped. That's tapped.
Right, just quickly, people. Just quickly, I'm putting a picture up, but for people. Right now, obviously, Cass is in one room on his setup. This is a new setup for me. I'm just going to give you, because next season, a sneak preview. Next season, we're going to be doing a lot more studio shows. So where I am right now, just so you can see it, here is where we're going to be.
You know, you could just get the webcam off, right?
Oh, yeah, good idea. Yeah, but I want to do it like... Oh, yeah, good idea, Cass.
Oh, yeah. Where would you be without me, mate? Like I said as well, like if people want to think I'm going to go prison for them for 25 years, you're mistaken. I'm singing like a canary. I'm snitching.
Bro, you need to get out of my house, you know. Real talk. This is some mad movement from you.
No, I know, but I'm not doing 25 years for someone. Are you mad? My mum, maybe, yeah.
So have a gun if you shoot somebody at home. If someone's coming at your home.
This is fully Chew the Fat. This is Chew the Fat.
This is not football talk.
We have not previewed. Sorry, one game yet. We're talking
one
about
game.
We're talking about we've done team of the season. We've done. I don't know what, and now we're talking about how you can get away with. I had someone ask me the other day actually on a show. Actually, it was on Terrace yesterday. So I was talking about if police broke in my house and found, and they were looking for bodies, looking for guns or anything like that, and they found a spliff in the ashtray, then I'd still be found guilty of something, and they wouldn't have to pay, for the damage to the door, right? And then that conversation started going off on how to hide bodies, and now we're doing it again. Can we just talk football?
Yeah.
When Chew the Fat is coming back this summer, yeah, and we'll do that and that will be Friday nights around this time. But this is football. Forest, and do you know what? The first game I'm looking at, Forest v Arsenal. This one's interested me for a while. I now think more than ever, if Arsenal was still really, really in a title race, yeah, then I would think, oh, this could be a bit techie for Arsenal. But now that the pressure is completely off, I think Arsenal are going to go there and get the job done. I do.
Well, Nottingham Forest are 3 points above the relegation zone, so
Forest are fighting for it, and but I just think now the pressure has been lifted from Arsenal that bit. I think it has. Yeah, I think they'll come. Wouldn't we all agree Arsenal will have too much for Forest now? There's no pressure. They can just go out and enjoy the game.
Forest?
No, Forest can't enjoy the game. I think Arsenal can now go out there and no pressure. Forest will have to try, but again, if they really have to, I don't know, 12 man, the fans are going to be massive in this game. But I think Arsenal will be too strong for them,
I don't. I just got really. I think Arsenal on the beach, mate. I don't think they care. They finish second. Who cares about how many points you get at the end? I think Arteta will be looking to it with his Labrador called Win. But the Arsenal players, for me, it's just like go out there, enjoy yourself. Look, season's done, mate. You can't finish any lower. You can't. There's always that possibility. But let's be honest, Man City dropping 3 games and what do you have to get? What did we say? That like 2 draws and a loss or losses. I'm like, bro, it's not happening. I think Forest have got everything to play for here, and we all said, like, don't get me wrong, Forest's ground is not an easy ground to go to for some teams, and they do make it difficult for others, so it's just I just think they got everything to play for, and I think Forest have been scoring goals lately without Brendan Johnson always on the pitch as well.
Owini's in form.
Owini, all right, bro. If I see Rob Holding or Kivior against Owini, I'm giving my chances to Owini. I think Gabriel's got a man mark the guy. But it's like, who's picking up Morgan Gibbs White? Because if they decide to pick Jorginho, I'm having Morgan Gibbs White to have the runarounds a little bit. I'm not saying Jorginho can't do the job, but it's just like, this is a job for more of a mobile DM because they want to hit with counter and pace. That's how Nottingham Forest do it. And I like Davey as well. Like, obviously, Savage showed Davey.
Lovely guy, proper
honestly,
lovely guy. Yeah.
Every game, home and away. And if they don't do it, I just want them to do it for him, mate. Like, honestly, he was on Sky Sports, front row, cheering up and all that kind of stuff.
He's a proper sound guy, And after the show we did with him, Cassie messaged me just like, he's a proper, you know what? He's not doing YouTube because he wants to be. He just likes talking about Nottingham Forest. Like, yeah, proper sound guy, man. I don't know. I think tomorrow is massively down to the Forest fans because I think we've seen, Arsenal's fan base. They don't react well to, and Arsenal's players don't react well to loud noises, right? Like we saw against, we don't Liverpool. The minute Anfield rocked up and started making noise, look what happened. Yeah, it's true.
But they changed the speakers on, right? They changed the speakers on, right?
Oh,
and win the dog.
5-8 kickoff is it broken? Let me know.
I think Arsenal sometimes are quite good in 5:30, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they've been winning most of the games this season. So
yeah, to be fair, and that's the thing. But I think that if Forest fans really turn up, and 5:30 kickoff could be good for that. Means extra alcohol in the system.
Yeah, it's 5:30, right? Yeah, it's right. 5:30.
I think if they make a lot of noise and really put the pressure on Arsenal, then Arsenal's players right now they're definitely a delicate bunch, right? And I don't know, it's interesting. But at the same time, we have to put respect on Arsenal. The fact that last week I thought the same thing when they were going to St. James's Park and they handled that very well. So I think Arsenal have got too much. We have to remember, all the jokes aside with Arsenal,
No, they still got quality in the bank.
Well, they've still had a very good season. Like they still should be.
They've had an extremely good season. I'm not gonna deny it. I think Arsenal's away record's actually better than our home record, if I'm right. Someone confirmed that for me. I believe so. Oh. I think it really is. I think they've only lost
that place isn't a fortress after all.
2 away games this season. I think it's us and Manchester basically. Yeah. And they've obviously picked up a draw against Liverpool, but everyone draws something away. I think
how important these last 2 games to the Arsenal Football Club in terms of next season?
Important, but not as important, not as important as their summer.
Yeah. That's perfect way to sum it up. To be fair, for Arsenal Football Club.
I think for me, I said this on Terrace yesterday, that if the rumours are true, I don't know if he's signed it or not yet, but Saka signing that contract, yeah, if I'm an Arsenal fan or player, that is a positive sign, because Saka will not sign that contract unless, I'm not saying he's been given guarantees in writing that these players are coming in, but Saka has been made aware that what their plans are for the next couple of years, and that obviously there is going to be investment, there's going to be players coming in, and this isn't a one-off. We want to go again next season. So I think that's a positive sign. But I do think for this team and this group of players' confidence, they have to end the season well, or all of a sudden it's a bad summer for them. It's a hard summer. This is a summer a lot of their players need to bounce back. Their players need to bounce back.
So basically tomorrow could literally overthrow everything. All Forest need, in my opinion, is 1 point. 1 point only to get to 35. Why? Leeds have got West Ham away, and West Ham need probably a point just to be absolutely clear from safety as well, if they get one more. And then it's done. Leicester have got Newcastle on Monday. So for me, Nottingham Forest, they got everything to play for in this game. Everything. And it's like, you just need a draw. Realistically, on paper, you just need a draw. And that's where I think it might be tomorrow. I think it'll be a draw. 1-1.
Sorry, how did West Ham do last night, by the way? Did they qualify?
Wicked, yeah. They qualified. They won 1-0. They were qualified anyways.
Well done, the Hammers. Up the Hammers.
Yeah, man. Airport that way. Prague this way.
And who have they got in the? I wish we were going Prague and not Istanbul. Who have they got in the final?
Fiorentina.
They should beat them, to be fair.
Spicy on that.
It's absolutely it's opposite way of playing football. The guy that is coach Fiorentina is called Vincenzo Italiano. He plays football like the Zerbi. Possession football. Everybody goes forward. He leaves two defenders, and then Moyes on the other hand. So anyway.
Yeah, this is a short. This
wait. It's all pretty football until they buck Antonio, Miko Antonio. when Miko Antonio leans on your defender.
Yeah, but they got Milinkic at the back, innit? Or is it Milenkic, or how do you say his name?
Yeah, Milinkovic, the big guy, the very big guy, Serbian, very big.
Bro, Antonio will have his handful there, but this is where I feel like with West Ham, respectfully as well, this is where Declan Rice, but look, I've won you a European trophy, your first trophy in years. This is a send-off. It's a bit like Bernardo Silva in a way.
Yeah, bro.
With Man City, don't you think I've gave you a Champions League. I got you 2 major goals in the semi-final, potentially in the final, whatever happens against your team. Regardless,
it's funny because I think you're spot on with that, because it's funny. Last season our chant was, but about Bernardo running down the wing. I can't even remember how it goes now. And then we're going to Madrid.
That's all I ever hear in this house.
Bernardo Silva running down the wing, Silva making right. So then it's Madrid. Then this season it's Istanbul, and I think you're spot on, because there's been recent talks that potentially Bernardo might actually end up staying. Yeah, but I think if we win the Champions League this season, for me, that probably would cement that he leaves, because I think he'll go, I've done everything now. Because that was the one thing he hadn't done here. I think if we do that, I think he'll be like, So
since we're going about Man City, do you think, if you win it, it's time to refresh a lot of the squad, or just small elements?
Oh, I mean, look, so Edison ain't
like
going.
What I mean, Mahrez, Bernardo, Gundogan, even get a replacement for Kevin De Bruyne. He doesn't have to leave, but get someone to integrate in the squad. De Bruyne.
Right, so
that's what I mean.
So, right, I think Steve said this the other day. There's 2 players, ultimately, there's only 2 players that we think, 3 players. Laporte will go, right? Laporte is gone. Do we bring in? There was talk Vardy direct replacement, or actually is Pep looking at the team now going, we don't need to spend whatever it's going to cost for Vardy, because Ake, Akanji, Stones, Diaz is doing a great job. We got Rico Lewis coming through.
I don't think you're going to need a major signing.
I think maybe we'll go and get another similar signing to Akanji, maybe another versatile defender.
I know you're going to get.
Hold on, we'll do that in the summer. Then I think
go on.
I think right, Bernardo and Gundogan, both of them are the ones that people talk on. We can't let them both go. But at the same time, we have to understand that if we don't deal with that, and it could be Foden and Grealish drop deeper, but if we don't deal with the Gundogan, Bernardo Silva situation, then in a year's time, we could be in a situation like Liverpool where, all of a sudden our midfield's got too old because De Bruyne's 32 as well. So 100%, we need one. I reckon we need one midfielder because I want to keep Bernardo Silva. Then maybe get another midfielder next season, and I'd love to see a winger.
Like Jude, maybe.
You don't think that's a mistake?
I would love Jude, but what?
He would have been the ideal Gundogan replacement.
You don't think that's a mistake?
Jude,
if you win it, you don't think it's a mistake to keep everybody instead of refreshing?
Sorry. Look at the Premier League.
You don't need him. You're going to get you got Perone anyways. He's going to make him into something.
That's a valid point. That is a valid point. No, Mo,
he said
we don't need to. It's definitely not a choice. Because we're still quite a young squad. It's just the midfield area. Is a season away from having a Liverpool drop off.
What about the right winger? Riyad Mahrez is 32.
Alvarez isn't. Alvarez isn't.
Is he a right winger in that system?
He's been playing on the right a lot.
I thought he's the striker, the second striker.
He's been playing right. When Mahrez hasn't been playing, we've been playing either Alvarez or Bernardo there, right? The formation slightly changes, but that's when Mahrez isn't playing. You usually find Alvarez might be playing, or Foden can play on the right. We need a winger, 100%. We need a winger. But it's interesting because we don't know what Pep's going to do. Foden and Grealish. Pep might go, do you know what? I want to drop one of them deeper now.
Or Pep might leave.
Pep might leave.
I thought the way these two players play, and I think at the start of his career, I thought Gundogan replacement kind of looks like McAllister. And I'm talking about, at the moment, McAllister's not on Gundogan's levels, nowhere near. But the way Gundogan was back at Dortmund, do you not remember? He used to play in the pivot.
Yeah. But the thing is, this is the hardest thing.
Royce used to do it.
We definitely can't go out in this summer, right? Okay. This summer, we cannot go out looking for two central midfielders, because the one thing that a lot of teams are looking for this summer is central midfielders, So there's going to be a limit on how many good central midfielders there are. But I do think we need to get one. But like I said, we're in a blessed place where Pep could go, do you know what? If Bernardo goes, we're going to drop Grealish or Foden into that role and bring in a new winger. Right, so
you do me a favor and go snatch McAllister. I'm like,
bro, but McAllister's. Do you know why I think City would avoid McAllister? Because of the fact that Liverpool are rumored with him. I think United are being rumored with him. And one thing with City is this is why we love the free transfer thing, right? Is City like being not the free transfer thing, sorry, the release clause thing, because it means you can go in, pay the money, and deal is done. Right? We don't like being in the media involved in back and forths. And we've seen it with Jude. Like, it's just long and drawn out that I think City and Pep will have targeted the central midfielder they want. And we'll probably end up seeing that it's not one that any of us have really spoke on too tough. And we just go and get it and avoid being drawn into a bidding war and all of that malarkey. So, anyway, let's move on from City. We played Chelsea.
That's what I was going to say. Chelsea game. Well,
we're going to go over. Today's going to be a longer show, but we just got to accept that, right?
Yeah. I'm just going to say, you might as well, since you're on City, you might as well talk about the Man City Chelsea game on a weekend on Sunday. Is this it? Is this the crowning point in your opinion? You're allowed to make this.
My one thing I always like saying is I like to be consistent, and I've been saying I expect wins of all of our home games. The ones that I was saying I was worried of was Fulham away, Brighton away, Brentford away, Everton away. I said, like Arsenal, remember when I was saying, I don't care about Arsenal at home. I'm more worried about Everton away than Arsenal at home. Same thing with Chelsea. This should be a run-of-the-mill games. However, Villa should have been last day of the season. QPR should have been. We'll probably do it in typical City fashion, and you'll find that Chelsea will go 1-0 up out of nowhere, and City have to come back to win it just to give us that extra heart attack and whatever. But come on, man. Look at Chelsea's season. Look at how many goals they've scored this season. And Pep, in an interview, actually said, we need to get it done as quickly as possible so we can start to prepare for Man United and prepare for Inter Milan, right? I think most people are saying City put out a strong team, get the job done, and then rotate for Brighton, rotate for Brentford, and then go hard against Man United and Inter. So I expect us to put out a very strong team. This is our last home game of the season. I've been informed that the trophy is in the vault underneath the grounds, ready to be presented. Because if it doesn't get presented tomorrow, it will be presented last game of the season, which is at Brentford. But But I think ideally we want to get the trophy at home, innit? We don't want to get it away where there's only like 1,800 fans. So
you want to preserve the amount of games you play as well, really, with the first team as well. You want to get those out of the game. You got 2 cup finals to prepare for. You don't want to be tired from those.
No, because it's the thing. Liverpool last season, I always said it, that the reason Liverpool didn't do the quad last season for me is when you watch that FA Cup final against Chelsea, Liverpool looked tired, right? And then in the Champions League final, they looked tired because when you're getting to this point, your team is drained and knackered. So you're spot on. We need to, at home with the 12th man, the fans, get the job done and then have 2 nice away trips and move on. Should be an easy one. It's quite fit. I feel if here's the thing, if Arsenal don't beat Forest tomorrow, then Raheem Sterling has to give Manchester City the card of honour.
Who does?
Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, because even if Arsenal lose, then no matter what, they can't mathematically win.
So Raheem Sterling might have to give City, and I don't know. I think Raheem Sterling might get a bit of a better reception this time because of the fact that now, like, we're in a good mood. Like, whereas it's interesting because he doesn't deserve a bad reception, to be fair, with everything he did for us and whatever.
That's salt in the wounds, man. That's salt in the wounds. But can you run?
I think he said, "Could you run the lights?" Yeah, he just said it. He tried to whisper with a microphone in front of him.
Yeah, like that was going to.
Monts, can you run the lights, please, mate?
I ain't gonna lie. Listen, people. How many likes are you on? 150.
We are on
153. Yeah, 153. We're just shy of 300 people watching. I'm not gonna lie. A 1 and 2 ratio. I need more. Do you know what I'm saying? These guys are talking about burglary and guns and Liverpool and Chelsea and United. If we're gonna bring you all this content, chew the fat / a preview. Come on, guys. You got to at least like the video and subscribe as well. So again, people, smash the like button. It's free. It should be just below my peanut head, just below the terrorist cult, where you got to scan the thing. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Just smash the like button, people. Let's get it done. Let's at least get to 200 likes minimum for this video.
Thank you, sir. And also, people, go and subscribe to Big Six Pants.
It's always in the description.
Always.
Appreciate it.
So do we think Liverpool are going to beat Aston Villa?
Yes.
At home?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm really impressed.
This guy just wants to say no about all of his... No.
I can't lie. Hey, see the way Curtis Jones is playing, it's the breath of fresh air, man. I done my really long.
That's where he goes wrong. That's where he goes wrong tomorrow. It's the all the reliance on Curtis Jones. Go get me a goal.
No, he does. No one's relying on Curtis Jones. He's just surprising people that he's actually gone on. He even went and got a brace. Like that's even
one of the finishes with bang.
Goals are sick, bro. Yeah. It's not any sort of garbage goals. They were proper goals.
How about this? Salah ain't doing that. I know that sounds so mad.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't know if Salah's doing that in that situation.
What the one where he came in on the left and just half volley?
Yeah.
Beautiful, man.
Bro.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question as a Liverpool fan?
That is confidence.
Yeah, 100%. As a Liverpool fan, who do you rate more? I know they're different players, but Harvey Elliott or Curtis Jones?
Harvey Elliott for me.
Harvey Elliott.
I've always rated Harvey Elliott more. I just think that for me,
Smelly it, man.
Klopp keeps playing him. Harvey Elliott's not a centre mid, and Klopp keeps playing him centre mid. He's a right winger, but because you're never gonna play when Mo's there, you're just never gonna play in it. But I think in the games where, again, if you play in the Europa League next year, Harvey Elliott needs to be playing right wing in the games. But he's probably not. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and Curtis Jones for me, who hasn't, again, if you look at his development as a Liverpool footballer, it hasn't been good enough.
Elliott is mid.
Up until
mid.
Keep going, ignore him. He's not here.
Yeah, I know. Roms is saying Elliott is mid because his boy Carvalho can't even get any game time.
I know he's got the more punchable face, but that's not the question.
Yeah,
people have very short memory, Mons. You remember at the beginning of last season when Harvey Elliott was the third midfielder and you were playing amazing.
No. I'm not. No, that's what I'm saying.
Because at that time I saw Harvey Elliott was okay. This guy is the future of that midfield, and he was until that energy when he broke his ankle completely. How are people expecting this guy to come in after breaking his ankle to be in the same exact play? Like it takes time. He's young.
Also, that's the thing about Harvey. Obviously, just turning 20 and that. I think with Harvey.
Oh yeah, he's obviously quite young, to be fair.
Yeah, there's a lot of inconsistency. And when Harvey did come in and just before he broke his ankle, he was fresh 19, fresh. I believe in fact when he broke his ankle, he was 18. He was 18.
It's the beginning of last season.
Right, he broke his ankle.
Like
broke it completely.
It was a full dislocation.
Harvey Elliott
against Leeds.
Right. Do you know what? I'm gonna change. He's had a good season. He's had a good season.
You know that injury actually made me like actually up. You know, certain injuries when a man's leg is hanging.
Yeah. You're doing the X Factor thing, innit? You get the sob story out, that's why, and then you change people's opinion about him.
I've just changed my opinion because I'll be real with you. As a young player, to come back your season after breaking your ankle and have a season like he's had. Now, I'm not saying he's probably had like a kind of Lisandro Martinez level season. So. You know what? After breaking your ankle the season before, I think he's had a season.
Not for me. I think he's got to leave Liverpool to develop.
Well, because he needs to play right wing. The one game he started right wing, he scored a screamer against Wolves, 25 yards, and he had a brilliant game, man of the match. So I think when he actually plays where he's supposed to play, I think he'll be fine. He'll be able to develop. But until Klopp gets his head out his arse and keeps deciding to play him centre mid, then we're not going to see that same development. I think with Curtis Jones, Curtis Jones' development has also been stunning because Curtis Jones is in that thing where Curtis Jones, is he a 10? Is he an 8? Like, where is he going to drift off? Is he going to drift off to the left?
Same thing with Elliott though. Is he a right winger? Is he a 10?
No, he's a right winger.
He's always looked better. Whenever he plays on the right wing, he looks so much better than when he's playing.
I actually think Curtis Jones is a Wijnaldum style player. Can go in the 18, can score goals, and also can drop a little bit deeper.
Yeah, he likes that ball retention, keep the ball close to his feet. But do you know what it is? It's not even. I don't really think it's to really compare Curtis Jones to Harvey Elliott because do you know what it is? The conversation before was Carvalho and Harvey Elliott, and again, Roms, you can keep agreeing with the rivals, but broski, like. Your boys in the base.
Oh, what's some in-house beef? Yeah, okay.
No, not even in-house beef, but the second. Oh,
you should see what he's messaging me about you.
By the way, Harvey Elliott's been injured. By the way, as well. That's another thing. He's been injured, but for me, he doesn't like the way Curtis is playing. He's not going to get into the midfield anyway. But let's have it right. Let's have it right. Curtis Jones, the last 9 games, he's been exceptional, and we've all got that wrong. Liverpool fans and all. 95% of man have got that wrong about Curtis Jones. Whether he carries that into next season, that's the next level of things. Yeah, you can listen. Like you can finish the season strong. There's no real pressure on Liverpool. They dropped to 8th place, 9th place, so there's no pressure to play. But when there's pressure and you got to play under the lights, and Liverpool actually playing for something.
But you're just talking. I can't lie. It's just a mid talent for me, innit? Yeah, when you got players like Bajcetic, you're one of your youngsters. That's what I call, bro. I can see a star there, bro. That brother there, I'm a fan. I look at him like I'm a fan. Harvey Elliott.
Who's a better ability, Curtis Jones or Jordan Henderson?
Mo, I'm talking. Relax. What's it
No,
called?
come on, seriously.
Relax.
Come on.
I'm the judge today.
Talking about Bajcetic played 5 games and then he's telling me Bajcetic.
I'm the judge. I'll make
the mad thing is, Mo, a lot of Liverpool fans.
No. I'm talking, bro. Like, what the fuck? I'm getting interrupted.
I think Garnacho is going to be Ronaldo, by the way.
Fuck Garnacho. No, thank you. I just done a Daps and it worked. I need to do that more.
Anyway, so Mo, what I was saying is,
Sancho then.
What? Anyway, listen, and Stefan's a good player. But we need to understand he's also young, and there were certain games where he did look out of his depth. But he is, again, I think he's going to be a star. I think he's a great player. But I just think with him, it's the same sort of thing. You're going to get those inconsistencies. He's going to need protection around him. And with Curtis Jones, for me, the next step for him is to now carry that form into next season when it matters. Not when the pressure's off and Liverpool are kind of just, it's time to just try and finish the season well. Because that's what it is. You're just trying to finish the season well now and maybe a late push for top 4. When shit really hits the fan, and you need to start the season well, and you need to start keeping pace with the Cities and the Arsenals, that's when I want to see that from Curtis Jones. But it's really warming to see what he's doing now, because, bro, Curtis Jones, the way he's treated by the Liverpool fan base, and I'm not innocent either when it comes to Curtis Jones. Like I said, bro, I was calling him, yo, the curling irons ran out. The only reason he's playing for Liverpool because he's Scouse. I said it all, bro. See me, that I'm real with it, bro. I was one of them guys, G. Like,
I wonder why them top reds don't like you.
You know it is. So I was being real. I was being real with it, man. But at the same, when I say being real, I was like being completely honest with what I was seeing. Now that he's coming good, we need to hope it lasts, because again, midfielders are coming in for Liverpool. Midfielders are going to come in.
But here's the thing. Don't you feel, because I feel like this season, especially at the start of this season, with who are you two with who's the young lad, the one that you said that Roms loves?
Carvalho,
and with Curtis Jones and with Harvey Elliott, that this season it was like, with the drop off of Fabinho, with Henderson coming of age, with Milner coming of age,
he's been of age.
And Firmino coming of age, and also Mane leaving, who also did get back and put a shift in midfield, that too much pressure was put on your young players, right? And it's not like you can put pressure. This is Liverpool after competing for a quad. All of a sudden, it's too much pressure. Do you not feel that if you bring in one or two experienced midfielders, that all of a sudden it's going to allow these young players to blossom without pressure a little bit more?
100%. But we've always been on the same page as the second Liverpool get a DM who can be the enforcer again. Things kind of can click a lot easier, and it fixes a lot of issues that we have already.
Yeah, it does. That's why who was the guy we said? Why? What's happened with him? Mo, tell us about him. That Don in the World Cup.
Amrabat. Who?
Yeah, what's happened with Amrabat, by the way?
He's in the final of the Conference League.
Isn't he going to Barcelona?
Mental.
He was mental. Still, why did Liverpool not go and get him? Why did Liverpool not go and get him? To be fair, Gakpo's turned out good, but why did they not spend that money on him?
I don't know. I just think, and you see, I'm seeing bare people say, I've always believed in Curtis. Stop it.
No. Curtis Jones is basically Arsenal's Nketiah, bro. You have a few good games, and then we'll go and we'll do a recycle thing.
We'll have to, as I said, that's why I'm not. Again, he has to go do it when it matters. For me,
it's mattering right now.
Just to go back to the Villa game, just to go back to the Villa game, I think that Curtis Jones's form is important to Liverpool at this moment in time. I think that Trent. I think the other guy we're not talking about in the midfield is Trent. You know what I'm saying? No. Ben, you're excluded. Ben, you're excluded. I know you have the Liverpool. Ben, you have the Liverpool shades on. I know you have faith, even the times that other people are thinking.
Can we stop calling Trent a midfielder because he's doing inverted? He's not a midfielder, bro. He's a right back playing inverted.
You know what? Right. Mont,
what are we talking about? Trent?
Can I just give you a little warning? Little warning on Trent, right? Although I'm going to agree with everything that you're going to say, right? And I've personally been on streams and said, for me, Trent is that one player that Liverpool should ultimately be finding the right position for him to influence the games, how he influences the games. Because ultimately, if he influences games, that's Liverpool cooking, right? And protect him and get him working in the system right. However, I'm saying that as a Man City fan, you as a Liverpool fan, if you start waxing lyrical about Trent again, if you start putting him on this pedestal, when actually this is what happened before with Trent. We all rate Trent, but the minute you, man, put him on a pedestal, if he has one bad game, bro, it's long for him. And the one thing I would say is he's looking cold in the role he's playing in, but who have you played with him in that role? Would you dare to play him in that role?
He smashed up Arsenal, who are one of the best teams in the league. Smashed up Arsenal
at Anfield, bro. I just think be careful what you say until he's got a bit of time playing that role.
No, what, bro? But at the end of the day, he can only play what's in front of him. And in the 9 games
he played, and you lot have to be careful with what you say.
In the 9 games he played there, we haven't lost a game. He's dictated every game, and he's put in a solid 8 out of 10. Every single 8 out of 10 has been the lowest rating he's got. To me, I think that the second Klopp gets the midfielders he wants, I think Trent goes straight back to right back. Personally, I think Klopp reverts back to tight.
Maybe once you've got DM again.
Yeah. The second we get a DM and the midfielder that we need to play the way Klopp wants to play, you think Klopp's going to do this double pivot thing? For me, this double pivot is temporary until we get what we need. And it becomes an alternate option. But I think the second we get those midfielders, we go back to type and we go back to false nine.
Yeah,
that's the reason Darwin Núñez is not playing. That's the reason Gakpo is playing. That's the reason Gakpo is there to play in that false nine role, the way that Liverpool.
Next thing you know, Liverpool fans are going to claim they'll be doing the inverted right back role. They invented it and all sorts of.
No,
Trent was the first to do it.
Stop doing the hater. Stop doing the haterade thing.
Hating, man. It's like,
you can't ever. Hold on, months. You can't tell Cass to stop doing the haterade. If you do that, there's no more Cass.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not a hater, but then it's like Arsenal fans. I don't hear Arsenal fans calling Zinchenko a midfielder, bro. He's a left back playing inverted.
No, he's not. No, actually, he's a central midfielder that's been
by trade. Playing inverted. That's it.
No one said Trent's the best inverted thing since sliced bread.
I can't lie. If he was to say
Cancelo all of a sudden.
No, I have heard that once. I've heard that after the last game. I've heard Trent, not from you, but I've heard from a big portion of the Liverpool fan base on Twitter that he is the best inverted the best inverted right back in the league. They literally said that.
I think he's
you know what I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about.
He's only. You can only make the argument because Cancelo is not there. Cancelo was the best inverted wing back in the league.
He was a right back.
It's not even. Do you know why that's a dumb argument? There was only, in terms of inverted wing backs, there was only Cancelo and Zinchenko. Am I wrong? Who else was really doing it? So that's just a dumb argument. No one even does it. And Zinchenko is in poor form for Arsenal, so that only leaves Trent. So why am them trying to make an argument for Trent to be at the top of something where there's no contenders? It's like running a race on his own. It's the stupidest thing ever. It's the dumbest thing.
No, but that Trent's brazy there. I can't lie. That's for me. That's his position in it. It is inverted right back. It is.
Like it looks good, but at the end of the day, I just think that again, it's clicking and it's working. Like Daps said, fix that midfield. Fix that midfield because again, Naby's gone, Ox is gone, Milner's gone. Fix that. I don't know who we get in right now. Right now, I don't know in it. But as soon as we fix that midfield, I generally think we won't get the Liverpool back that we've seen over the last 4 years. But I think we get a Liverpool back where we'll comfortably be in the top 4, and any winning run we go on makes us a serious force.
Yeah, but I honestly think that your defense, you get a good midfield in front of your defense, all of a sudden your defense is going to look back to how it used to look. And the truth of the matter is that even through this not so good season in Liverpool's books, Liverpool at times this season going forward have looked just as threatening as they do every season. And that's been without Luis Diaz a lot of the season. So I do think the one thing I would say is how old's Salah now? When's Salah going to start dropping?
Salah's 30, going 31 now.
Oh, no, he's all right. He's got a few more years then. Yeah, so I think up top there's no issue.
I think we've got two more years, maybe two more years.
That brother's lasting until he's like 35, man. He's still quick. He's still as rapid as he was.
You know what? We need to, and I'll be honest, we need Liverpool back because we thought that Arsenal, we thought Arsenal were going to make us take it to the last game of the season, but they haven't got that. So do you know what? We need to make this more competitive next season. So
I think, do you know what I'd say though? I'd say I do like what Gakpo has really grown on me. Núñez is Núñez is a worry. Núñez is a worry right now because I don't see where, unless there's bare injuries across the front line, I don't see where he gets that sustained game time. And that's what he needs to get going. He needs sustained game time. So if Gakpo is playing false 9, I don't see Klopp going, we're going to go with Núñez this game. I just don't see it happening unless he plays Núñez in all the Europa League games.
How much could you get for Núñez this summer?
20 million?
You get 40, 50 for him still because of his age.
20 million.
I think you get 40, 50. But yeah,
Cass, it's your turn. Yeah. It's your turn, Cass. On to Bournemouth, who have nothing to play. Bournemouth are well clear now, right? They're well clear.
They're on their own beach, which is quite nice.
Beach, literally. Yeah.
But I don't know. That doesn't mean I'm comfortable. I mean, having Varane back makes me feel more comfortable, way more comfortable. And he's had quite a few minutes. But Rashford's out because of illness, not because of fitness. Bro, right now, I'm just keeping it where it is, isn't it? There's no point in me being chested.
They don't win this game and they win against Aston Villa.
Yeah, it's
your game against Chelsea, it is gonna be absolutely.
Okay, about Chelsea. Oh, hold on, Cass. Apparently,
you're worried about Fulham more than Chelsea, Cass?
Apparently, McAllister said yes.
Are you worried about Fulham and Chelsea? How about that?
That's what I'm asking you. Are you worried more about Fulham than Chelsea?
Yeah, I'd say so. No, McAllister's bro. It's recycled journal news. It's already been
Have
in
you
there.
still got 3 games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So you've got Bournemouth away.
Chelsea home, Fulham home.
Fulham and Chelsea. You've got West
Oh,
London.
you got 2 home games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but listen, if they lose to Bournemouth, they need to get the 2 wins. A draw and a win are not enough.
I don't think we lose against Bournemouth, but I think we can definitely draw against Bournemouth.
Really?
So even if you draw against Bournemouth, I think if you draw against Bournemouth, you need to get 2 wins again.
You just need to put in. Well, no shit, Mo. But the thing is, we say about that, but we ain't put. You said I like Liverpool should be Aston Villa, but look at Emery the way he's been as well. At the same time,
I don't believe that they're gonna be.
I don't know.
I'm with you. I'm with you. It's not as convincing, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not as convincing, but Liverpool more than likely would beat them, in my opinion. I'm not going to just think that's going to be the case. But Man United win this game. I think that just puts Liverpool in a nutshell, if I'm being honest. It's like, shut up now. You've been talking too much. But yeah.
They have been talking too much.
Months. Record that. Note that for next season. Please.
Yeah. No, but it is. If we win, it's just the case. It's Man United just got to play with intensity and go get the early goals, which we seem to not do at this point in time. And it's just, and that's it, man. I'm not.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Actually,
I got a question.
Hold on. Just quickly. Ten Hag now needs to step up, and Ten Hag needs to show that he can motivate the players.
Yeah.
He does. He needs to go. Look, you have had injuries. To be fair to you, you've had injuries, but he needs to step up. And he needs to be saying, sorry,
I'm not being funny though, yeah. But if it's 0-0, that's not on Ten Hag. That's if you got the correct attack out that every Man United fan will probably want. If you can't score, that's just down to players, man.
But no, bro. Also, it's down to man management that he's not motivating the players enough.
No, they should be scoring regardless. It should be. If we look like we got all on the ball, we're creating all the chances, but can't put the ball in the back of the net.
That's if you're creating chances, that's different.
Yeah. If you're not creating chances, then what's going on the training pitch?
Yeah. But no, I think this is the thing. Ten Hag will learn from this season. Look, I have to be completely 100. Pep's first season, admittedly, our defence was an absolute shambles that season, but he had to learn from that season. First season in the Premier League is hard, so we have to understand that. You know what Ten Hag's done actually. You know what he's got them. Champions League football is looking likely. He's got them 2 cup finals, won one of them. It's a good first season for Ten Hag, but I also think towards the latter stages of this season, I think Ten Hag has shown 1 or 2 inexperiences in the Premier League that he'll learn from. And this is the thing now. You've got three games that are all winnable, bro. Like Bournemouth away, Fulham at home, Chelsea at home. Especially with your home form. Your home form's kind of been very good this season. So I think you win all 3. If you don't, then I think Ten Hag maybe there has to be a little bit that he's underestimated this league that little bit, and maybe you have been hit with injuries though. So I
don't think he's underestimated the league. He just realised that a lot of these players are shit and overrated.
Like
who has a
Martinez?
If Man United start in the Champions League and you're Liverpool outside of the Champions League, whatever as is, who will have a better starting position in the next year? Liverpool. With Jurgen Klopp the signings and
Cup's not good enough, bro. No, you need the top.
No, I'm. It's a genuine question.
Wait, did you ask who's got a better starting position if you're in the Champions League or outside the Champions League?
If you are in the Champions League, yes. Who do you trust more to challenge next year, Ten Hag or Jurgen Klopp?
I don't know. I think it just comes down
Jurgen Klopp, man. Sorry,
it comes down for me. It comes down.
That's why I asked that question because I know Daps is saying Daps has this Jurgen Klopp.
I hate the man. I can't stand the man. But let's be real, yeah. I cannot stand the man. If I could punch Harvey Elliott and Jurgen Klopp, yeah, it would make my day.
Yeah, but it comes down to the summers.
But Jurgen Klopp, yeah, I mean, look, the truth of the matter is Jurgen Klopp might be approached by Real Madrid and he might decide that he wants out.
So Daps, are you saying that because of the last surge of form that they had?
Look, I started the season saying what I said about Liverpool, that's saying Liverpool and City are the 2 teams that can go on unbeaten runs, and it's looking like the season.
Daps, you said winning runs.
Winning runs. And right, thank you, yeah. And we are the 2 teams. It looks like the season's ended with the 2 teams doing winning runs. We have to be real with it, yeah. Liverpool fans, there's elements of Liverpool fans that want to, say FSG are doing everything right and whatever else. We have to be real with it. FSG have not backed Klopp the way he probably deserves to be backed. He's been loyal like Wenger was loyal to Arsenal, and he's kind of taken it on the chin himself. Let's not ever underestimate that man. And last season, they played a lot of games, so they're tired this season. They've had injuries. But also, Klopp, I will say, against Klopp took too long to make changes, right?
Way too long.
And that's the difference between him and Pep, that Pep saw very early with Haaland and the changes at City, and he was tinkering and making changes. And he was calling out players in January, not in Klopp changes. You know, the amount of times I'm hearing what Liverpool fans notice. I've got to salute a lot of Liverpool fans last summer when they were saying, oh no, this season's going to be long. And I was going, what are you talking about? You were in for a quad last season. Now you're having a meltdown because you haven't bought. And I honestly thought you lot are mad. And I have to salute Liverpool fans and it goes by what I always say. When people question me about Man City and say, try and act like they know more about Man City than I do, and they support Arsenal or they support Chelsea or whatever, it's like, never think you know more about a team than a team's own fans. And that showed me that because Liverpool fans called out early. But then that tells me, why did Klopp not see it if all of Liverpool fans could see it? And why did it take him so damn long to do something about it? But
he miscalculated.
Come on. There is a reason why he's won a league and he's pushed City to the end. We can't now come in after one season of Ten Hag and say Ten Hag is going to challenge.
You know more about Liverpool than the Liverpool fans who wanted Klopp out.
By common sense, Klopp. But again, in the summer, who says that Klopp ends up with his players? And I think it all depends on what players you also get as well.
Business end of the season, who come clutch? Liverpool or Man United?
But you trust Ten Hag to get his players, Cass. But you trust Ten Hag to get his players.
It depends on ownership. And for me, it has to be down on that. And I know it's a big ask because it's 50-50, but the way I look at it is like, bro, like if Man United go get Harry Kane, go get a McAllister, go get a backup centre back, go get that because they can. And Klopp ends up with, I don't know, man, struggling to get a player that he wants because someone else wants to price him out for it because FSG can't afford it. Goes get one of his players like Wirtz from flipping Leverkusen or something like that. Or I don't know what they're gonna get.
Oh, but then in that point,
who's the question?
But then we could say, then I could throw in there. We do the treble, and when we do the treble, the three-peat, and Pep goes, actually, do you know what? I've completed English football now. I'm going to dip. Right, and Newcastle go and buy a load of players. If we're going to do, I hear what you're saying, Cass. You're right.
Yeah,
everyone summers. Arsenal. If I honestly believe that if Arsenal get one more centre back, a similar level to Gabriel, maybe not.
Arsenal going to be better than this season.
If Arsenal Saka's signing, to me that tells me that they are strengthening. If Arsenal get a very good centre back, like Gabriel level centre back, a DM that is better than the Don that's been injured for ages. We've got to remember they've actually had him out. I don't rate him one bit, but they've been missing that DM for ages. But if Arsenal get one more solid DM, Declan Rice say, and I think if Arsenal get a proper number.
Apparently they want Caicedo and Rice.
Right, so if they get...
you haven't heard, Caicedo. That's the awful thing.
If Arsenal because I think if Arsenal get a centre-back, a midfielder, and a number 9, they can then push City a lot more, right? If they had 2 midfielders, then so we got everyone's going to strengthen, and this is the thing that we have to remember. City have to strengthen as well because the worst thing is Liverpool have done it before. City did it in our first 2 Premier Leagues. If you kind of rest and think, oh no, you know what, we did everything this season. The next season's bad, so next season's going to be good, man. I think United's an interesting one. But
here's the question.
Sorry,
goes to Man United. You're not finished. Sorry, go ahead.
Is FSG for sale? Is Liverpool for sale still or not?
No.
Right. Okay.
Minority.
So that ain't going to change nothing. But if Man United do get owners that change the structure and invest, but investment's not irrelevant because they always invest. But if they get the right structure in, that of course that'll change everything. Like, so we got to just wait and see through the summer.
If Ten Hag with Man United and Jurgen Klopp with Liverpool go to McAllister at the moment, and Man United have Champions League football and say here's the same amount of money, and they go to Brighton and say here's the same amount of money, who would McAllister choose?
Wait, say again?
Klopp.
Say again?
Klopp, 100%.
Man United Champions League. Man United get Champions League football. You go to McAllister, offer the same wage that Jurgen Klopp will offer him at Liverpool without Champions League. Who would you choose?
I can't lie. I'm not allowed to speak on that because if
Why?
I really want, because I want to say.
Oh right, yeah, I know what you want to say. Yeah,
and I can't say it.
Yeah,
that's telling you.
I know what you say.
I'm saying a lot. Like some people might be end up for heartbreak, and some people might not even care anyways because they weren't even expecting it.
I don't know. I was going to say.
I want to hear your opinion and Mon's opinion.
Hold on, wait, stop. IT Kaz.
Don't go on like you don't know Mons.
IT Kaz.
Don't go on like you don't know Mons.
Oh, IT Kaz. I like what you're doing.
Can we get the answer? Can we get the answer?
I can't. No, I can't. I can't tell you. I can't fucking tell you. What do you not understand? You slick hair.
Oh, we're going to get a strike on that.
Fucking hell, bruv. Fuck me, wetback man.
Oh, you just sworn like 3 times. That's bad. That's rubbish from you.
I don't care.
You've changed. Right. You used to be so nice.
What, 20 minutes ago?
You've never been nice.
No, look. Here's what, isn't it? We'll see who gets Champions League, innit?
I don't know, because I was going to say, for me, I would always think that, especially if you're a midfield, if I'm a midfielder like McAllister, I'm looking at Liverpool, I'm looking at Jurgen Klopp, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's a project, yeah, because I know I'm going to go in there, I might be the missing piece, and I'm part of that rebuild, and Klopp's but the Champions League football, you've got to remember, McAllister is a World Cup winner, he's not English, and he's probably got aspirations of playing in another country in Europe at some point. Yeah, I think the Champions League football could be a pull for him still.
It is.
Because if you're a foreign player playing in England, you really want to play in the Champions League, because we have to be real that most South Americans, not all, but a lot of South Americans, dream is to play for Real Madrid, Barcelona, and you get on their radar by doing things in the Champions League. So yeah, of course.
If Man United gets sold, to whoever, to Ratcliffe or the Qataris, I think they have a higher ceiling than Liverpool under FS.
So for me,
because I think at some point Jurgen Klopp will go.
So basically, it's not. By the way, this is not unknown news anymore. I already said on Saeed's show, and I said I can't tell you about what I already know. And then 2 days later, like 2 days ago, was it not the Athletic saying it's down to Champions League football between Man United and McAllister, bruv? And why would David Ornstein put something out there without the knowledge? Go read it. It's out there for you guys.
I know Ben in the comments, he wants McAllister to go because he already did the graphics and it's going everywhere with McAllister with Liverpool jersey. I know that for sure, Ben. It was great graphics though, but it doesn't make it true that he already went.
If I wanted to do ITK, I could go on Twitter, go on Instagram, I could be posting all this. I'm not, man. I literally can't. I can get in trouble.
No, I actually didn't know that you have a. See, Ben is saying it's a done deal. Listen, Ben, I've heard it, and all time.
Yeah, like Jude Bellingham was a done deal.
Grace,
do you want to put money where your mouth is?
No, I can't. It's haram, Jeez. I'm not.
It's haram. It's haram. Don't do that, Mons. It's haram. But anyway, for real, that Jude thing, the Liverpool fans don't learn. They don't learn.
Bro, you've got Kaz doing the same thing as a United fan. Have the same energy. Kaz out here saying I can't say nothing.
He hadn't told me anything.
Now you know what, on a real, it's because he's heard something it was from. Yeah, I'll take it with a pinch of salt. I'll take it with a pinch of salt.
The amount of Liverpool accounts on Twitter that telling me that McAllister is already
your Liverpool Twitter.
What about Instagram? What about Instagram?
Right, wait, one second. Let me just break this down. Yeah, Champions League changes everything. Why does it?
Yeah.
Everyone needs money, and everyone needs to know their budgets. Yeah, that's why you can't verbally. McAllister's probably more than likely said yes to a lot of teams. Yeah, more than likely. But when you have to work out your budgets for the season, it can't be done yet until your actual season is finally over. And you can work out what you've got now. You can't work out what excess you got. That's all I'm going to say, innit? It's not unknown news.
If McAllister is not in the United shirt by the end of the summer window, Kaz, we will be having words. And if you
I didn't say he was coming to Man United, though, did I?
You two's little competition.
Honestly, I didn't say that.
There he is.
I said go use.
Is your bum crack right? Because the way you're sitting on that fence is dangerous.
I said go use the Athletics news for your own thing. And talk about David Ornstein's news. He already stated to himself, I said, don't put it upon me. I said, bro, go use your own.
You heard something that you can't say. So why are you changing it up?
I can't say it.
Now, you know what? Because the person that told him, the person that told him, the person that told him said like he can't because of. But I don't.
And that's fine.
Anyways, go use the sources that people actually know. Yeah, don't use.
I actually didn't understand anything.
Don't use recycled journalism because he said yes.
Trying to understand.
Yes, Liverpool, but he's probably said yes to a lot of teams. That's how it works. That's how.
Wallahi, Daps, I did. Wallahi, Daps, I didn't. When he told me like I can't answer, I didn't understand at all that anything. I thought he can't say because he doesn't want to get in trouble.
The point is, let me finish. Go use the research and news available. Go use the research available to what most people know. Fabrizio, David Ornstein, Everyone prefers David Ornstein, especially when it comes to UK news. He's already said, when it comes to McAllister, it all comes down to Champions League. And it's only verbal at the moment. There's no fee agreed from neither side. So go use that resource and use your own brains. This is what I'm saying. You Liverpool fans must lack common sense or something. Like, honestly, you must see a player and think he's the best thing in the world. He's definitely the best thing coming. Go watch a few compilations. Go watch some Brighton games and everything and say, you know what? Yes, he's even better than Jude Bellingham.
Easy answer. Easy answer.
Come on,
easy
man.
narrative. Easy answer. Easy answer and easy narrative.
You want to talk context, at the start of this stream, I'm doing it to you right now, bro. I'm doing it to you right now.
And easy narrative. Easy answer. That's what I'm going to say. At the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, let's just keep it simple. Yeah, I personally, Mo, what you see on this Liverpool fan base, clearly you don't see the craziness that Man United fans be talking. If I've got Kaz here saying that he's not allowed to say something because he's heard something from a very reliable source where he ain't allowed to disclose where it's come from, do you think I'm going to have it if McAllister sits here and goes and signs, if he goes and signs for Liverpool and I've got man telling me in my ear, hold on,
but Cass, we have to be fair. We have to be fair that I get what Monts is saying because Monts,
of course,
we're calling you out because you were so confident that Jude and I was so confident because both of us heard that Jude was coming to both of our clubs.
Yeah, and I also said back in September, October, don't be surprised if he goes to Real Madrid. And I got laughed at.
No, all right. No. Again,
it's not always about you being right. I'm just saying you're often wrong.
Kaz, I let you land. If you sit here and you're telling us about unknown sources that you can't disclose,
my source is there.
And he doesn't sign for your club. Understand, I am not letting you wriggle out of that one because you are trying to sit on. I know your bum crack pause is hurting because you're trying to sit on the fence when you're on one.
Mo, did you understand that? Did you understand that?
Yeah, you understand.
Let's understand something that we also spoke about between us two. Let's talk about a certain Arsenal player back in September.
Pillow talk, friends.
I don't care about Arsenal. I'm talking about me and you.
Okay, I can rip into what you've also told me that was meant to happen back in October, G.
Brother, if Mac signs for Manchester United, if he signs, fair enough, you got it right, big up yourself. But if he doesn't sign and you're telling me about sources that you're not allowed, like you're doing the, do you know what? Obviously, like, man can't even say, man can't even say nothing still. But you know, I've heard something, I'm not allowed to say anything, innit? You think you can get and get away with it if you don't sign? Your neck is now on the line and you've made your bed. You've made your bed.
No, he hasn't. Can I just let you know on that? My guy hasn't made his bed for weeks, to be fair.
No, but you know what I mean. You made your bed.
No.
Anyway, sorry. Well, before we move on, because we've got 2 more games to talk on, and I know we usually try and end. All right. Well, now let's give Tottenham some.
You best hope that man signs.
We'll give 2 minutes, but can I just say, can we just take a minute to salute the number 1 ITK in England, Grizz Khan? Right, just because Grizz, keep it up with these tweets. These tweets are I know the Liverpool fan base love you, but these tweets are sensational, man. My man, you're doing your job perfectly, Mr. ITK. Anyway, right. So Everton, is that Everton Brighton? Not bothered. So Tottenham and
you just said Everton and Brighton.
Who's Everton play? Oh, Everton. Who's that? Leicester. These badges are weird, bro. I don't get what these badges are. I've never seen that badge in my life.
Foxes, the castle.
I hear you, but bro, these are some weird anime badges or something. I ain't never seen these badges before.
I think they're quite nice.
No, they're nice, but I don't get them, right? So,
do you get the Man City one? Does that
you have to use common sense, to be fair. Well, of course, I'm going to get the City one because it's ultimate, but that one anyway.
The bees, Brentford, the bees.
Oh no, the Brentford one looks like Brentford. The Tottenham
what
one.
What about the Crystal Palace one?
I get it, but they're not the original badges. Look, the Arsenal one looks like the Beats by Dre logo.
Yeah. But Tottenham versus Brentford.
Anyway, Tottenham v Brentford, yeah, with no Ivan Toney, right?
Yeah, no
You
Tony.
know why Ivan Toney's done.
I think it's unfair that they suspend him now.
I don't. I think it's no. Yeah, I think so.
He's right.
He played against other teams.
No, I'll be honest. I'll be honest with
it's the
you.
fact that he should have been suspended time ago.
Thank you, brother.
Look,
Yes, thank you, Mons. Thank you. Yeah, exactly,
Mo,
Mons. That's what I mean. What does I mean?
Mo, I said this ages ago, right? If you, in the court of law, right? If you commit a crime, yeah. So if you go out and batter someone and then you're on. The court has a choice, and this is in the court of law. You put someone on bail. We're going back into weird conversations here, but anyway, you get put on bail or remand, right? If you are a threat that you might recommit, then they will remand you, yeah? Because they go, you know what? If we leave this guy on the street, although we haven't found him guilty yet, we've got enough evidence that we think he's guilty, and if he stays out, he's going to commit again, so we're going to put him on remand, right? With the amount of charges against him, to leave him on a football pitch when he was like facing charges for gambling, yeah, it's like going, oh no, we're not going to remand you. We'll let you keep going and doing what you're doing. He should have been like, and what they should have done is they should have started this a while ago, right? And if he got found innocent, then they would have had to reimburse Brentford. But now, it should have gone ages ago. The fact he's been able to continue to influence football potentially is mad. But I think the reason why it's coming now is because I think he's going to move. And I think he's moving in the summer or maybe January move. And this is to get 6 months out of the way so he can join someone. I think he's going to move. But do you think Brentford have enough to beat Tottenham in the form they're in without Ivan Toney?
I'm not going to discredit Tottenham, but Brentford away is difficult, man. They got
Tottenham are at home. Tottenham are at home.
I know, but Brentford's away form is still very, very good. Like they kept the tie at Anfield 1-0. Was it 1-0 once, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, even if I know they had Tony, but now they're just gonna play kind of counter attack. It's like, okay, Tottenham, you have all the ball. I don't think it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be a tight game, probably one of the most boring games of the season, potentially. That's what I think personally. But I think Tottenham should go over the line. Harry Kane. Last game of the season at Spurs as well. Yeah, you never know. You just don't know what you're going to get from Tottenham. Just don't know.
By the way, Spurs are still playing for Europa League spot, by the way.
Yeah, but I think Brentford are as well, isn't it? Can they? No?
No, Brentford are 53 points. They're already 5 points behind Brighton.
Europa League. What about Europa?
Conference League. They're playing Conference League, yes.
This is a Europa Conference battle-off, man. Mid-off, isn't it?
I think no, Spurs are still playing for Europa League because they can overtake Brighton.
They're not getting you know what they can because Brighton have got hard fixtures. To be fair,
yes, they play Aston Villa at the end. Brighton, I think Spurs can get it if they win this game.
Might be Kane's
last. Brighton have Man City, Aston Villa, and somebody else.
Yeah, who's Tottenham got at the end of the season?
I think Leicester or Leeds.
They've got Leeds away, yeah.
Leeds. So yeah, I think if Spurs win these two games, they might get Europa League. Yeah.
This might be Kane's last
time.
Shirt. Could be at home. Could be.
But anyway, I think Spurs. Come on, I really want. If they get Luis Enrique, though, they are.
Do you still support Spurs?
Yeah.
I really don't care about them. I want them out.
Oh,
of the
Conte's gone.
Completely.
You're right.
Conte's gone, bro. Why would I care for them?
United Devil, I'm so glad you care about my appearance so much. Like I don't know that I need a haircut, bro. Like flipping, I've seen you put about
actually. You were supposed to get one last week.
Yeah, I was, but I've seen it 4 or 5 times, man. Like it's calm, innit? But I'm glad you take care of looking at me in like properly in detail.
But right, we have to be real with this.
I don't know. Might be
What are Tottenham playing for?
Pride.
Europa League.
Right, so
Europa
Tottenham
League.
need this. They're at home. They need this. Brentford's. Correct me if I'm wrong. Brentford can't get Europa. Could they get conference, or are they out of that?
Yeah,
now,
they
so?
can. Yes, they can. Yeah.
So this still means something. This game means something.
It does. I think Spurs lose. Without Ivan Toney?
Sorry, someone just asked if I'm getting a hair transplant in Istanbul. I am not just getting it. I'm planning.
What is this?
So you go to Turkey to get stuff done. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, knowing our fan base, that there will be someone that comes back with their hairline done, their teeth done, a tit job, and a bum lift. Like that will what some. I'm telling you, City's fan base, there's going to be all sorts of operations going on. Honestly, it's going to be insane. But yeah, no, look, this is a big game for both of them. But it's mad because not enough. Probably not enough. Maybe that's because of other things going on. Not enough is being said on it. I think Tottenham get it done. I just think Harry Kane is the difference, and I think that's everyone's saying this season that Tottenham need Harry Kane to go for them to move forward. But I think if Harry Kane goes, it could really send them into a bad place for me. I don't think necessarily Harry Kane goes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Someone said you get a Champions League transplant.
Well, yeah, real talk. Listen, if I hadn't spent so much money, I'll be completely 100 on you with everyone. If I hadn't spent so much damn money on this club this season, then potentially I would get a hair transplant. But unfortunately, I have spent too much money. So right now, my bank balance is not good enough to get a damn hair transplant. So I'll continue to shave it off for now. Thank you. There will be people.
Okay. Anything else we can talk about? The longest show I have done in a year now. Or never found.
You just make sure McAllister signs for United, bro.
I didn't say you're still on this. You're still on this.
I didn't say he was going to sign for United. I just said go use your local resources, man. Like people should go use their local farms.
Don't tell me to use my resources when you're telling me you have you have a source that you can't tell anyone about.
One sec. Did I in this part of anywhere did I say McAllister is going to go to Manchester United? Did I even mention Manchester United?
Nope.
Thank you.
Months, clip it up.
So thank you. Wait. Hold on.
But you said Champions League is key. That means.
But that could mean anyone. That could mean Newcastle as well.
Oh yeah, no. Listen, Kaz, I know what you're doing. You can't get past me.
No. But it can though.
Just know you're not getting past me.
No.
You can fool the others.
I never said he was going to sign for nobody. I just said use your local resources.
He's on the ropes now.
Like I said, go get your local resources. Go look at the Athletic and David Ornstein, who doesn't put out information unless he's certain, and he's already stated Champions League football is dependent on where McAllister moves next. So go use that one. There you go. There's the source right there. Right there. It's online for everybody to actually go and read.
Kaz is just trying to do the cover as back to me.
Like
what Rom said in the comments. What? Where did I actually say that McAllister was signing for United? I didn't actually say that.
Don't do that because I'm not going to entertain Roms, because Roms in the comments compared to Roms yesterday when he was on the stream and everything, and he was talking about, you know why Roms has got zero credibility right now? Because yesterday Mo was piping on, no, not piping, like as in he was piping up.
Pause. Mo doesn't know what that means, but pause on behalf of Mo.
I really don't.
He was getting at him.
You don't want to.
He was getting at him, and Roms was saying, I still wouldn't have Klopp. Oh, fuck this pause thing anymore, man. It's boring. But what's it called? On that notice, as I was saying, through Klopp, he said even if Klopp was to get top 4 and everything this season, he still wants him gone. And then he said, okay, what manager would you replace him with?
Yeah.
Couldn't say a name. He didn't say your name, bruv. Man was pausing like he got caught bashing by his mum or something like that, bruv. Like, honestly, done deals, fam. Through the bedroom door, you see my man.
Pause. Right, let's keep moving on now. Yeah.
Man was shocked.
What on heaven's going on here?
It was a long pause. It was 10-second frozen. Is that frozen, fam? It was done deals. ISH settings. It's done.
Right. Anyway, as I said, just don't.
Hold tight, Kendall. Hold tight, Kendall. Kendall, you do not want to know. Yeah, but yeah, this is definitely these Friday night sessions have to become.
Guys.
Sorry, Friday nights in the studio.
Saturday nights are gonna be even like.
Bro, from the season ends, I think maybe the weekend of the barbecue is when we're going to start Chew the Fat again. Which people that don't know, Chew the Fat is a show we used to do on Never a Foul when we had like 20 people watching us, and it's about getting to know football content creators, talking about things other than football. So ultimately, what we do most shows, to be fair. But yeah. It's a good weekend. I hope everyone has a lovely, 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 lovely weekend, whatever you are doing, away from football and with football.
Yeah. Yes, that was long.
Be good, and if you can't be good, be careful.
Yeah, Roms. Be careful. We'll lock your door.
And you shut the windows. Anyway, who's going to hit the end button? And
there's bare Rom slander. Allow it, guys. Come on, guys. Come on.
What do you mean? Oh, you didn't see what you said about you yesterday.
Oh, there's been slander on all of us. There's been all sorts of nonsense in the chat today.
You're looking once now, yeah.
And we need to get rid of this because the one thing I say on Never Fail is I don't want us to become a channel where the comments are scummy and making people feel uncomfortable.
Just get banned.
So, but anyway, salute to all the mods. Is someone got their finger on that button? People, please go and subscribe to Big Six Bants. And Mo, you will be back tomorrow night at what time?
10. 9:45, 10.
9:45, 10. Everyone have a safe weekend. Happy weekend.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow is going to be Deluded Deji, Corrupted
Deluded Deji.
And who else is there? And
is that his name now? Deluded Deji?
Donut Dawood. That's just going to be on. Yeah, Donut.
Oh, Deluded Dawood, it should be.
Deluded Dawood and Donut Deji. There you go. That's the better one.
And a digital dickhead in the comments.
No, and Corrupted with a K, Kendall.
Oh, yeah.
Corrupted Kendall.
Yeah,
anyway, who's going to hit that damn button and end this show? Salute to everyone.
Okay, guys, we're out. Bye-bye. See you guys tomorrow.